expecting a miracle to make all this go away. You know they don't happen anymore.
There is one thing that is certain this year, and that's that the budget for movies seems limitless. Directors are truly listening to the audience, and legendary superhero movies reminiscent of their golden age are making a comeback. This year is also quite popular for biographies, both about the violent destroyers of worlds and the slightly less violent kind. Here we have the best, most creative, and highest-grossing movies of 2023. Welcome to Trending. Today we're ranking the top 10 best movies of 2023 so far. Get your popcorn ready, set, and let's go.
Are you there, God? It's me, Margaret.
Number 10. Are you there, God? It's me, Margaret.
Let me just be normal and regular like everybody else. Just please, 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 please.
Based on a novel by Judy Blume from 1970. Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. Tells the story of Margaret Simon, a sixth grader experiencing an existential crisis. Margaret is like a whirlpool, being pulled towards the good side and the bad side, and vice versa. There are different generations and perspectives at play. Despite what the title might suggest, this movie is not just about religion. It's a journey of self-discovery, finding one's identity, understanding one's role, growing up, and more, all wrapped in clever comedy.
A bra. Oh. You think you need one?
Number 9, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem.
Boys, where have you been? We're just running errands.
That's it?
The world's favorite quadruplets are back in action, but this time, for the first time in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles' 40-year-long history, they are actually voiced by real teenagers. A crime syndicate throws our heroes' dream of being accepted as ordinary teenagers into disarray when they release an army of mutants on them. Joining Raphael, Michelangelo, Donatello, and Leonardo is April O'Neil, played by Ayo Edebiri.
Is insane. Turtle mutant karate teens. I want to know everything about you.
Our dad is definitely not a giant rat.
That makes me feel like he's a rat.
Number 8, Dungeons & Dragons, Honor Among Thieves. Chris Pine and Dungeons & Dragons are two things you never thought you'd hear in the same sentence, right? Imagine if Ocean's 11 met Lord of the Rings and decided to play a game of Dungeons & Dragons. That's pretty much what you get with Honor Among Thieves. The film brings together a group of unlikely heroes who must work together to pull off a heist with life-changing implications. But this isn't your typical heist movie. The players aren't just in it for the money. They are fighting for a noble cause and believe they are performing a service to their community. Plus, they have to deal with all sorts of classic D&D monsters and challenges like dodging traps or dragons.
Magic.
And you.
Number 7, Barbie.
Do you guys ever think about dying?
She's Barbie and he's just Ken, who had a crisis when he found out the patriarchy wasn't about horses. For what seemed like a few months, Margot Robbie as Barbie and Ryan Gosling as Ken were everywhere with the insane $1 billion worth of marketing. Barbie could have been overhyped, but it somehow lives up to everything it promised and more. It will leave you laughing as you walk out of the movie theater, especially with the last scene. This Barbie is malfunctioning, and Weird Barbie, played by the iconic Kate McKinnon, tells her that she has to go to the human world. Ken follows, and comedies ensue. They battle the patriarchy, humans, and societal expectations placed on women and men. Oh, and America Ferrera's monologue about being a woman is Oscar-worthy. Number 6, John Wick. Chapter 4.
Who is this?
The Marquis de Gramont. Challenge him to single combat. Win or lose, it's a way out.
At this point, John Wick just wants to go home, but he can't. So he gives us hours of top-notch, edge-of-your-seat content. Chapter 4 promises to take things to even greater heights of suspense and action. If you thought the body count was high in the previous films, just wait until you see what the writers have in store for the 4th installment. Reeves has promised that Chapter 4 will explore more of Wick's backstory, which should add some depth to the character and make us care even more about his journey. But let's be real. The real draw of John Wick isn't just the action. It's Keanu Reeves. The man oozes cool and wholesome, and his portrayal of John Wick is a perfect mix of charm, vulnerability, and sheer badassery.
Just have fun out there.
Number 5, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Hello, we come in peace. Come on, Drax. Seriously, dude?
Volume 3. Director James Gunn set the stage by saying that Volume 3 would be the biggest and most emotional Guardians movie yet. The latest in the Guardians saga proposes a question. Is this the end of the line for the Guardians? This is described as one of the best new Marvel movies. We have the newest addition with Will Poulter as Adam Warlock. Get ready for Rocket's backstory, Quill's manifesting grief, a new Gamora, Nebula accepting her role as a Guardian more than a villain, and the actual villain, High Evolutionary, played by Chukwudi Iwuji, is incredible.
Pete, I'm done running.
Number 4, Killers of the Flower Moon.
Money flows freely here now.
I do love that money, sir.
Everyone is going crazy over this movie, and for a good reason. Killers of the Flower Moon is hailed as the Martin Scorsese movie with a star-studded, actually talented cast, like Leonardo DiCaprio and Robert De Niro, and a breakout performance from Lily Gladstone. The Killers of the Flower Moon cast might as well clear a shelf for its awards already. It's an epic Western crime drama set in 1920s Oklahoma. Specifically, it's about the grotesque battle waged against members of the Osage tribe after oil was found on their land. Scorsese is on the Osage Nation's side and stayed true to their culture in a positive light. And hey, the casting includes Brendan Fraser. Number 3, Spider-Man Across the Spiderverse.
That he feels like he belongs wherever he wants to be. He wants to go out into the world and do great big things.
Welcome to the Spiderverse, and this is just a lobby. There is never going to come a time when the Spiderverse's immersive, thrilling, and creative animation style doesn't immediately wow us. But the movie is more than visually stunning. We have an all-grown-up Miles Morales, Gwen Stacy, and the multiverse. Without giving too much away, because Across the Spiderverse is an experience, Spider-Man meets Spider People. When a new threat arises, Miles finds himself on the other side of the fight against other spiders. The soundtrack alone makes this one of 2023's best action movies. Also, Oscar Isaac and Daniel Kaluuya both voice spiders.
You gotta promise, Miles.
I promise.
Number 2, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning. Part 1.
The world is changing. Truth is vanishing. War is coming.
A story as old as time. A new weapon threatens life as we know it. If it falls into the wrong hands, who's stopping it? None other than Tom Cruise's Ethan Hunt. But even the skyscraper-leaping, window-jumping hero is starting to doubt whether he can save the world and his loved ones. This marks the franchise's 7th movie, and luckily for us, they've decided to include remarkable new features, like Haley Atwell in a power suit. The Impossible Mission Force also includes Vanessa Kirby, Rebecca Ferguson, Simon Pegg, and Ving Rhames. It's also believed Cruise might have done more running in Dead Reckoning Part 1 than in any other movie.
Anything happens to them, there's no place that I won't go to kill you. That is written.
Before we reveal our first pick, let's look at some honorable mentions. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. Gran Turismo.
If you miss a line in the game, you reset. You miss it on the track, you could die.
The Equalizer.
So tell me, what did you do back home?
3. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny.
Dad told me you found something.
on a train during the war.
The creator.
This is a fight for our very existence.
Totally killer.
You know how hard this time of year is for us? Your friends were murdered 35 years ago.
Talk to me.
Cannot go for more than 90 seconds. Am I clear?
What happens after 90 seconds?
Don't want to stay.
Wish.
You are their handsomest, most beloved king.
You're right. I am a handsome king.
The Hunger Games. The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Number 1, Oppenheimer.
I have a 12-month head start. 18. How could you possibly know that?
Fans have literally paid millions of dollars collectively to hear Cillian Murphy utter the haunting words, "I am become death, destroyer of worlds." If Oppenheimer doesn't sweep the Oscars for Murphy's indelible role, or for the one jump scare that Blast gave us, then we don't know what will. Watching the first atomic bomb come to life, the politics that came with it, and the sordid affair in the middle is a once-in-a-lifetime movie.
What's going on?
I'm actually not sure.
And, of course, who could forget about Barbenheimer, released on the same day? Which of these two blockbusters did you see first? And did you or did you not have different paradoxical outfits? And those are the top 10 best movies of 2023. What did you think? Did we miss one of your favorites? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to be notified of new content. Thanks for watching.